Hello and welcome to this brief video introduction to the second module for DCCL 835 Strategic Planning for the Comprehensive Community College. Just a couple quick reminders and words of encouragement. We, as you know, are now into the course if you're watching this in some relative order. Just want to encourage you to do your best to try to get on the assignments and the readings and things early in the week. Try to post early. That'll give your cohort members the opportunity to kind of see what you put out there and help us to engage a bit more of a richer back and forth over the course of the week. Want to encourage you to do that. And another reminder, we've had some messages available to you in the course materials and in the Blackboard site. The importance of your using the rubrics. Online courses, for a lot of reasons, are heavily dependent on writing. And so one of the things that Deb and I really want to encourage you to do is to use the rubrics we've provided for the major assignments to check your work, check what you've submitted, and just be satisfied that you've done your best work and submitted it. If you use that against a check on what you're going to be submitting before you send it, you might very well be able to catch some things that you might be able to tighten up and hopefully be able to see what you've written and how it fits along the rubric and the grading scale and all of that we've put together for you. So those are tools that we've put together and hope that you will take full advantage of them. Delighted to be introducing the second module in the course to you. This week we will be considering the impact of the national discourse on student success and completion on planning and institutional effectiveness. And this module will provide an introduction to the tools and processes used in effective planning. The course outcomes that this week are especially kind of focused on are outcomes number 1, 2, 3, and 6. And so again, we'll invite you to take a look at the requirements for the week, compare them against the outcomes, take a look at the readings, and make sure that you're feeling that things are kind of stepping along progressively the way we hope. Again, there will be some reading in Cohen this week, but also we'll be introducing the Bryson book on strategic planning. The hope here is that you see this even as a resource that on into the future can be helpful to you. We've not wanted to burden you with a whole lot of things. Again, this is the only new text for this particular class this term. So in combination, we think these two things are working well together. Again, there are a number of articles, and again, we hope those are particularly relevant, and again, those are outlined online for you, as it were. And so there'll also be some videos for you to watch this week to give you a sense as to how some peer institutions may be attending to their planning process. And one of the things we want to get you a sense for is, again, the impact of culture, as we talked about last week, how all of that sits in an environment related to the history and mission of community colleges, how that history and mission is influencing kind of where we are today with a focus on success and completion, and then how it's going to be important for you as current and future leaders to learn how to use the major tools in strategic planning as effectively as possible. We know you've been involved in planning. We know you know what a SWOT analysis is. We know you know what and how to use some of the major tools. What Deb and I really want to try to drive home is that between paying attention to your institutional culture and using strategic planning tools in a rigorous manner with a lot of integrity and telling yourselves and your campus the truth about what you're finding, that the success of your planning efforts will be very much dependent upon just how rigorously you undertake the process. So that's kind of how we're blending the first week, the first module, into the second module that we're beginning with, more weaving in where we've been with the current call for institutional effectiveness, and beginning the formal introduction of the planning tools relative to how that all works. Again, you've got postings due this week. You've got replies that to those postings that are due this week. And we're looking forward to hearing from you and engaging in those online discussions with you. And just want to encourage you to work hard, but try to have fun. We want you to see your passion for this work and your leadership in your institutions kind of all come to play to make you excited about what you're learning and kind of where this is all going. So I've been at this business just over 30 years, still love it, and the opportunity to share some of that experience with you is a big part of what I'm enjoying about my career right now. Thanks so much. Keep working hard. We'll see you online.